Anyway, these are dates to collect Nor from SUNFOOD. And they cost $7.55. Okay. That's what I pay for stuff at like Stop and Shop or Hannaford's or whatever, you know, health food store. You pay that for organic stuff like dates or raisins, or I don't buy raisins, but $13.95. This is SUNFOOD Superfood Smoothie Mix. And that is $13.95. I don't know if you can see it. This is Himalayan crystal salt. I like this crap. Himalayan crystal salt. Much better for you than like Morton's or whatever kind of shit salt you buy in the store. This is like real salt. That's okay. And this salt is $7.99. I have purchased all of these before. And these are superfood cereals. We got hemp and greens, we got cacao crunch, and we got acai blueberry. They're $9.25 each. Obviously, you only eat a serving size. Of course, when I first bought them, because Joe was telling me about them, you know, I bought them as a treat, you know, something to reward Joe for being so good to me, whatnot. And he'll eat like a half a bag in one sitting, you know. Me, I limit it to one serving, you know, because it's $9.25 for the thing. We got acai blueberry, and we got cacao crunch. Don't know if you can actually see those, but it's not good to have some like any of the regulars. Hemp and greens is really good. Okay. And of course we got my old standby here. Remember, you don't eat a lot of these in a day, you know what I mean? So they're expensive because we got these are goji berries organic are $25.95. Golden berries organic, all 1 pound and 1 pound of goji, $23.95. And mulberries organic, 1 pound, $19.95. Okay. These are all superfoods. Just a little bit in a day. So we got the golden berries. And we got mulberries. See? And we got the goji berries. See? Don't know if you can actually see them. And we have a whole pound of cacao powder. Good for all sorts of fucking shit. Let's see, cacao powder is $18.95. And again, I spend over $100, but you don't eat it in a week, you know what I mean? It lasts for quite some time. Okay, we got cacao powder. You order stuff online, they're like staples, you know, you don't eat them all in a week. And then I thought I got my caramel one too. I meant to. Or maybe I didn't. Maybe I want to try a different one. Anyway, this is expensive, but I got one before that I really liked. These are $6, but you know, I'll have it as a meal. These are $5.95. They're goji bar cacao and goji. Anyway, that's that. And that is what I bought. So goji berries a pound, $25.95. Golden berries, $23.95 for a pound. Mulberries, $19.95 for a pound. My goji cacao truffle bar is a treat at $95. The Neglectnor dates, $7.55 for 12 ounces. Oh my god, I did get a caramel cocoa. Where is it? I gotta tell them. My cocoa. I have a bar. You didn't give me my other bar. I knew I'd ordered two. And the one I really wanted is not in here. And the Superfood Smoothie Mix, $13.95 for half pound. This cereal, they're each 9 ounces. The Acai Blueberry Cacao Crunch, Heaven Green Superfood Cereal, $9.25, and the cacao powder a pound, $18.95, and salt, $7.99. No, you did not. You didn't include one of my things. I gotta call you. Might as well do that now. Oh, yes. I knew I'd ordered 2 bars. Because in case I don't like the one, I know I like the other one. I love the other one. I got it when I was living with Bobby. So Selena doesn't like it when I put myself down. Because I'm on, disability. Well, I'm not on regular, you know what I mean? I'm on psych disability, which is a little different. And the thing is, I wouldn't want to be with a guy on psych disability. I did it with Donald, and look what happened. I did it with Donald, and look what happened. He felt like a total loser. He hated himself, whether he denies it or not. And he took it out on other people. Okay? The difference between me and Donald is Donald actually didn't want to do anything. You could say, well, you're not doing anything other. No, I'm at least doing YouTube, and it is something. Because it's better than just sitting on my ass and watching TV and collecting my disability check, okay? And I am doing something that ups my self-esteem and will hopefully eventually lead to me working again, at least part-time, even online, even whatever, Donald, brilliant at fixing computers, and he instead of bitching about money and borrowing, in quotations, money from me and borrowing it, in quotations, from his mother, he could have not killed himself doing it, but he could have done more. He could have had plenty of clients. He didn't want to. All he wanted to do was sit on his ass and eat and drink and be on his computer. Okay? So, that's the difference. But I'm sorry. And the woman who gives me the Brazilian lots, a woman's older than me, she said the same thing. She's like, you're smart, you're beautiful, who cares? You don't have to tell people you're on Social Security. You don't have to tell them, you just say right, I'm not a good liar, I'm not a good phony. You know what I mean? I'm not good at being phony. So I don't know. But if I'm on Social Security disability and people could see clearly there's nothing physical wrong with me, then obviously it's mental. I mean, that's just, kind of a given. And you could say, well, if you were in someone else's shoes, would you put you down for being under the circumstances? No. Okay? I went through hell and back. The reason that I wound up because I just reached a point where I just don't want to be here and can't stand life, can't stand this world, No, I wouldn't put somebody down, but not putting somebody down and wanting to date somebody is a different story, see? That's a different story, so. Of course, you know, I'm on Social Security disability, but I mean, I do other things, and I exercise, and I diet, and I keep my weight down. I was watching this show yesterday, Big Love or whatever. Yeah, all those women probably work and they're not on Social Security disability, but they have other kinds of problems because they're this big. They're like 4 or 5 more, 100 more pounds, you know. I don't know. I mean, if I'm on Social Security disability, I have an income. I'm not looking, if I do any kind of thing online or whatever, it's just for hangout or friends or, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for anything, not even remotely serious, nothing like that, you know? I mean, look what, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to mention that. I can just mention it. Look what I was going to do recently, and it didn't pan out, did it? And I swore I wouldn't mention it past the week, but I'm not. See, I'm not saying the name. I'm just talking vague, see? But, you know, I'm not saying, you know, like I was. In any case, I can break my own rules. If I say I won't mention him after a week, and then I mention him for 2 seconds, you know. I'm just making a point. I'm realistic, you know. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm gonna call them, I'm gonna tell them. The faster I call them, this came late too because of the storm. It would have come sooner. The faster I call them and tell them my bar is not in there, the faster they will send it out to me. Unfortunately, they'll have to pay and send it, you know. That's not my fault. I forgot to include it. I gotta call them right now. And then I'll head off to the library for a few hours. Maybe I'll make myself a drink. Not to get drunk, just to, I don't know. I have that whole bottle of vodka. I showed you that. I didn't touch it. I did not touch it. It is unopened, see? I bought it just in case I wanted to just like, you know, if we lost heat and electricity and I was going nuts and I just wanted to like fucking numb myself so I could force myself just to pass out, you know, I don't know. But for the record, the woman who gives me my Brazilian, when I was telling her that, I'm like, we were talking about dating, we were talking about how, you know, I've sometimes get these young as in 20s, you know, guys that hot for me, and I'm like, it's very flattering, but, you know, going out with a guy like that's like going out with someone, I mean, he could be my son, you know, she's like, who cares? I know somebody who's had a kid, and she was around your age, and she met this guy, and he's like 21, 22, and she married him. Kind of interesting. No, I know, I don't know. That's very interesting, but that doesn't happen too often. Obviously, he's an old, as we talked about, he's probably an old soul or something, you know. He's an old soul, or she's really, really young at heart, I don't know. But usually, he would have to be an old soul, because normally you don't want to be with somebody who has a kid. But then, on 2.5 Men, Jake got involved with he's only like 18, and got involved with someone, you know, the character I think was like 38 or something, and she has like 3 kids, you know. Of course, he was really, really hot for her, you know. Since that's not real, who knows if that worked out. I don't think it did, actually. I think it didn't work out on one of the shows, to tell you the truth. That's the newer 2.5 Men. 2.5 Men's ending, you know, it only has like 2 more episodes. And since I watched all the old ones with my mom, all the ones with Charlie Sheen, I probably will rent whatever how many years there were with them, you know, if I can get it through the library or something. I didn't see it at the library I go to, but there are other libraries and they can order. Somebody probably has it, I think. It's very popular. Anyway, I have to call SUNFOOD and bitch. No, it's happened before. They made mistakes. They're all human, you know. It's happened with other companies. I don't think it ever happened with me with SUNFOOD. I'm going to tell them. Like, you know, this happened with me with some other company I used to order from, Synergist company. I don't do that anymore because they lied about their One World Way. It was a big scandal, and then they didn't fess up. If they got caught because somebody else investigated, and if they had told the truth, it would have been one thing. But then they're trying to say, well, our scientist puts magic into it, and that's why it, instead of being what we said, 24 grams, and even though it's 5, it's really like, no. You should just say no. But that pissed me off. I don't order them from them anymore. Whether or not Joe does, I don't know. We both used to order from them, but they pissed me off, and I don't care if now they've changed their One World Way. Now it really is the 24 that it was supposed to be all along. Joe thinks maybe that they started off and then they wanted to cut corners. I don't know. All I know is in the email they sent out to their customers to say what had happened, they didn't fess up. They didn't tell the truth. They didn't apologize. They kind of just, well, to you too, and I will never order your stupid product again. You know, I don't need to. We're thinking we're getting all this protein, and it's not. There's a huge fucking difference, and that's why there was a whole huge scandal about it. It got exposed. Huge difference between 5 grams of protein and what it was per serving, and 24. You know, it's like 20%, you know what I mean? That's a huge difference. We're not talking a little difference. So I don't order from Synergist anymore, but they've fucked up more than once where they forgot to include something. SUNFOOD, I don't believe, ever has, and now they have. So I need to call them and say, I love your company, I really do, but I want my caramel truffle Russian raw bar. Please send it out to me as soon